Hello everyone, Godson here, back doing another video for you today. So, as you can see, we're back playing Ark. The only thing is, this is actually going to be a voiceover, mainly because I forgot to have my mic enabled on the application that I use to record, which is Bandicam. So, yeah, I messed that up a little bit. I was talking to my friend, and we did have some conversations in here, but because I didn't capture my part of it, it didn't really make sense to leave it in, because you would have only heard his answers or his comments, and not my side of the stuff, which would have just been kind of weird, I guess, at least to me. I don't know. So I'm just gonna do a voiceover. So in this video, we were actually contemplating how to build a greenhouse. Yeah, let's call it that. I don't know what else I was thinking about there. So, as you can see, we've got this little metal platform up here, and this is what I kind of wanted to build the greenhouse on. I wasn't entirely sure how I wanted to do it at first. I was like, hey, maybe I could just put it on the actual foundation, or the actual cliff platform, but then I was like, nah, I want to put it on, like, some foundations other than that, so I think I went ahead and I built, like, a bunch of stone foundations just for it. Or no. That's right, I did actually build that out of tech. I totally forgot that. My stone foundation went on the other thing later on. I'm recording this after I've done a few more videos. This one's just messed up, so I have to come back to it. That's why my brain's a bit wonky on it. But yeah, we did tech foundations as the actual bottom, the base, and then we did the greenhouse, glass walls around the actual side. And top, obviously. I got him to gather stone, and I went and helped, because obviously we need water to be able to reach up there. So we went ahead and we got some stone gathered up, and built a bunch of pipes, stone pipes. I had to help him a little bit on the intake positions and things like that. Wasn't too bad. So because this is a voiceover, unfortunately you won't get to hear all of the actual, like, sounds of me doing stuff or my conversation with my friend Solstice. Sorry about that. It happens every once in a while, I guess, to everyone, but it's kind of disappointing that I didn't capture us talking and stuff. I think we even had some, like, funny conversations, but yeah, I went down here and I gathered some of this, coral-looking stuff that gives stone. You can also get fungal wood from the water, from those, like, orangish, vanilla, okay, maybe not vanilla, but, like, orangish, mushroom-looking things. They're pretty big. They give fungal wood, and, instead of having to go to the bog, obviously, so that's really nice. But I was just gathering these things right here. It's not a big deal. I was using my tech to kind of just maneuver myself around. If you use shift while you're in water, it propels you forward, so I was using that to go to rock to harvest. Pretty ingenious, I'd say. Alrighty, guys. Well, as you can see, the greenhouse is mostly established. The only thing that we haven't done is set up our water irrigation stuff, our stone pipes. We haven't quite done the crop plots yet, but for the most part, we have set up the actual greenhouse. In later videos, you guys will see this thing still up and running. It's pretty nice. But my friend here, Solstice, is going into the water because we're trying to set up the intake irrigation pipe. Which is what brings in water, obviously, if you don't know that. So I went down there and I basically put one in because he couldn't figure out where to put one in. So I went down to this rock and I was like, "Poop!" and just stuck it in the ground somewhere. Like that. And then I got him to come down, I do believe. I can't remember. Yeah, I made him build up from it, I'm pretty sure. Told him that it should be fine now. Then I went back up and I had to look at the rest of the stuff. One of the cool things that I kind of like about this greenhouse is it's not perfectly square. It's kind of got its own little unique shape. I really think that's cool. One of the things I didn't have while I was recording this is we didn't have S Plus or Superstructures installed. Superstructures is what comes after S Plus, if you don't know that, by the way. So I didn't have that installed, so I couldn't just pull stuff into my inventory like that. So I had to actually walk over and actually get stuff out. Kind of annoying, but, not too bad. And I built a bunch of medium and a bunch of large crop plots for different things. The citronals, the lawn grass, the rockarot, the what's the other one? Savo root. I wanted those in the big ones, the big crop plots. So I think this is when I was comparing sizes of what they are. Yeah. I was trying to see what could fit where and what not like that. It was pretty interesting to figure out how I wanted to get this set up exactly. Because the unique shape of it was kind of, I only had a certain amount of room, and I also wanted to still fit the, crop collector and the farmer guy in there, and then I had to make sure that I had room for, the pipe irrigation, and I had to make sure that I could actually set those up, too. Which I was checking on him to see what he was doing. Pretty funny. He was still doing his thing over there with the stone irrigation. In a few minutes here, you'll actually see him pop up and, be building it. I don't think I had to go help him again. Man, that's such a beautiful view, though. Look at that. I think it's really cool what they did with the ocean biome here. I think it's, you got some different ones of different height. You have some that are, thick, and then you have some, kind of thinner, islands? I can't really call them islands, because they jut so far out of the ground. I don't know what I would call them. I guess they technically are little, islands, but they're more like cliff islands or something. I don't know the actual specific word for them. But I had 4 of those crop plots go up there in that little corner. That's where I put all of the vegetables. The big crop plots over here is where I was planning to put stuff like the toteno berries, the mayho berries, the narco berries, and things like that. And I started using medium ones just so I could have more of them than if I just went large. Because if I just used the large ones, then I wouldn't have as much variety. Though in this video, when I was planting stuff, if I planted stuff in this video, I can't remember because I've actually changed some of the things around in here since I'm editing this. And I've got like Tatena berries in the side ones, and then I've got like Mayho berries in the other ones, and then I've got the vegetables are still in the 4 big ones in the front. But then I've got a beehive in there now, which I didn't have in this video. And I've got the farmer and the crop collector from Superstructures in here now too, so those are a thing as well. You just see him floating out there. It's always funny. And then I actually went over to the window and I was telling him that he could go another one high, because I don't know why he dropped there. I don't remember. I think he was checking something, but I can't remember. But I do remember that I told him that he can go another high, because he's not at the actual proper level yet. Which he did right there. And then he comes over here with the straight ones. And then we make the water, what are those things called? I don't know what they're called, but they pour water out and they irrigate your crops for you. So that's like really cool too. I think I'm actually trying to build it right here. Yeah. It's called Stone Irrigation Pipe Tap. It's the tap. I went over and I built a bunch of those because, needed them. And they were not in there. They're built in my inventory, so I don't know why I checked that. I think I was looking for stone. But, yeah, he built over to here. And I did some of the work on the inside, too, so that we could actually reach everywhere we needed to. And I was running around like a dork right there, waiting for him to finish his work. This is us talking about how we're gonna, do some stuff. And I think I actually put the glass window in there in this video. Yeah, I think I'm about to do it. No, okay, I'm making pipes. I do know that I put something in that window, so it's not open like that anymore. I just don't remember when I did it. I can't remember if I did it off cam or on cam. As you can see, I've got the pipes. I did the cross sections just so that I could have water to irrigate the crops right in that general area. The corner section back here, I decided to actually get rid of because getting that pipe back here would just be a pain, and it's just, why bother having all that in that corner right there? I was trying to see what was irrigated, what wasn't. That one was too far, so I couldn't get that irrigated. Irrigated. Eh. I said irrigated. Like air. Air. And then I spaced out another one of these. I think I put, God, I don't even know how many cross sections I put in. I do know I put in quite a bit of them in, just so I could actually have the 2 taps on both sides so they reached further. In most cases, at least. I still think it's very silly how it looks when you're holding the miner, how it's super huge. Everything in that game is so oversized on your actual person, it's insane. Take a drink of water right there. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and throw some music in while I'm doing the pipe laying. So now that that part was finished, we actually went down here and we started, I started looking for seeds. Here in a second. Right there. There we go. Grabbed all the seeds that I could. And then went up there and planted most of them. Went back up to the greenhouse, and I looked inside most of the things, planted what I thought I wanted to plant up here. Rock'n'Rot, lawn grass, savory, and citronal, I think is what they're called, the lemon-looking things, the yellow ones. Put those in the 4 large ones. Eventually I realized that I would be needing different seeds, so I had to actually go up and get more of those as well, which I also cut to in this. I pull out my mining drill and I harvest some of the seeds up top on the roof. No, not roof. What would you call it? The top of our little hill that we're building on. If somebody knows the name of, like, the islands that jut out of the ground, please tell me in the comments, because I honestly can't remember for the life of me. It's about to cut to me gathering more seeds right about here. I basically just walk around and, use it and hit a bunch of stuff, and I get a bunch of seeds. It's super effective! I don't like that thing can't gather meat. I mean, I kind of understand it, but I don't know. Totally passed the greenhouse there. Good job, me. And then I plant all of the stuff that isn't seeded. Narco berries, some mayha berries, things like that. Yeah, so that's about what this video has been up to. Just making a greenhouse, putting some stuff in there. I've changed around a lot of the things, like I said. Titano berries are in there too now, at least more of them. So I can make a lot of the medical brews to heal, because that comes in handy, especially when you're, using your health a lot to make blood packs or whatever for a Bloodstalker tame, which I did in this later video. It's not the next one after this, it's a much later one. But then I just dumped all the stuff that I didn't need there. Now I realized that I needed to be able to make fertilizer. I went ahead and I made a compost bin so that I could, actually fertilize the soil that I was going to put the plants in. So that's something that I did. Solstice is just chilling in here. I think I put 2 of these down. Later on we did end up getting dung beetles, which are in the volcano, but they're also in the bog in case you're looking for them. I found them easier, we found them easier in the bog than we did in the volcano, though. So if you're having trouble, then I'd say go look in the bog. And if you have tech or a Bloodstalker and you have the Spider Vision, or whatever it's called, Stalker Vision, I don't know what the Bloodstalker's Vision is called, but you should be able to see the outline of the dung beetles, which should help you out considerably. So that almost wraps up this video. Just building a greenhouse, putting some plants in it. We still had to figure out the fertilizer stuff and the poop or whatever to actually make the stuff grow. But we had the water system set up and everything like that, so that all went pretty well. As always, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please do me a favor and smash that thumbs up button. Also consider subscribing and ringing the notification bell icon. If you didn't enjoy the video, go ahead and leave a dislike, but instead of just disliking it, do me a favor, comment down below things that you want to see, improvements, ideas, suggestions, things like that. I do read you guys' comments, and I do appreciate you actually commenting. It's actually really nice to talk to you guys, so don't think I don't read anything. I might not read it right away, depending on stuff, but I do actually read it as soon as I can, and I'll try to comment back to anything you guys have, questions or anything like that. Alright guys, well, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.